Hey everyone, Captain Amazing here, and today we're going to do my account overview for the month of November. So let's jump into it. So I'm doing this overview a little early. It's technically October. The Lightspeed bundles haven't dropped yet, so I haven't purchased those. We'll save that for next month. I did want to do this account overview a little earlier because it was such a busy month. It was insane the level of progress and what I was able to accomplish over these last 3 weeks. So I do want to go over that, what I did, what I accomplished, what my plans are for the future. So let's jump straight into it. So I'm currently 10.1 million GP. I was 9.8 3 weeks ago. So I gained 280k GP over the course of pretty much 3 weeks. It was very insane. That's not including these Lightspeed bundles. I am gonna buy it because I can benefit from it. So I don't have Embo and Zam, so I'll purchase it pretty much for those two, and that's it. But I think it's worth it for me just for that. Now let's talk about what I was able to accomplish overall, and let's go to my farming tabs. So I was able to finish my Leia team pretty much. I unlocked Leia, I got all her Zetas, I took her to Relic 7, did her ultimate, I got Drogon's Zetas and up and running, I got R2 Zetas, and then I put one on Mon Mothma for her unique so that she can't get targeted. So I was able to finish this whole team. We'll go over it a little later as far as the mods. I was able to also get Zepho ready, so I unlocked Jedi Knight Cal Kestis in those 3 weeks, got Seer Junda up and running to R7, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis to R7. I wasn't able to get all their Zetas because I'm Zeta poor right now. I was able to actually beat the Zepho unlock using the turtle method, and I was able to do it without determined assault. And the Zeta I wasn't able to get wasn't a big deal, which was windmill defense, which doesn't affect the actual unlocks, so that was fine in itself. I was also able to get Zori Bliss to Relic 3. As I said, I'm really Zeta poor. I need 3 Zetas. I even have the Omicrons for the team. I just have not been able to get that up and running because I need the Zetas, and I don't know when I'm going to be able to finish that. But Zetas are a huge issue for me right now. So I did use, what was it, 6, 8, 10, 11 Zetas, 12, 13, 14. A lot of Zetas recently. So I dumped a ton of Zetas. I did use some of my crystals to get Zetas. So whenever I have those daily deals with like 7 Zetas for 1600 crystals, I'll buy those. So I was able to get a little more than usual, but a lot of Zetas. So, but I'm still behind because I'm farming for Bo-Katan. And then I need to get Zepho ready. I need 3 for the Zori. There's a bunch of other characters that I need, but I'm really Zeta poor. So pretty much my extra crystals, I'm pushing into Zetas just because I really do need Zetas. So I was able to finish assault battles. Like, I was able to finish all the assault battles. The last ones I needed was Night Sisters. I was getting Marin to Relic 3. Even though she was missing a Zeta with Vengeful Bond, it wasn't easy, but I was able to finish the Night Sister assault battle. The next time it rolls around, I'm planning on making a guide for it because I have all the mods ready, and that was pretty much the hardest part, was figuring out mods with the Relic 5 Daka and then only Relic 3 Marin to get it up and running, and to ensure that like I could have them survive long enough so that I can get through that phase 4. But this month, hopefully, I'll be able to push out an assault battle for that. And I was able to enjoy being done with all assault battles for like all of 2 weeks. And now we have another assault battle launch with the Imperial Remnant. So I'm gonna have to farm these guys to get their assault battle. I still don't know. I'm thinking Relic 7 right now, at least until I get GL Ahsoka. But the 5 Omicrons that the last zone has, the tier Relic 9 zone, 5 Omicrons, that's huge. You can refresh it. So that could be up to like 10 Omicrons a month, that if you're lucky. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to get that as soon as I get GL Ahsoka. I'm probably going to go for the R9 for them for that assault battle because it seems really good. I'm definitely taking them to R7 as soon as I can though. So also fleets. So fleets was a big one for this month. We ended up getting a new ship, and that new ship was Punishing One. So I don't have it at 5 stars. I was able to get it at 4 because I bought a 5 crystal pack, uh, which I got 7 times 5, 35, and then 33 extra shards, and then I did the event every month. So almost 5 stars with my Punishing One. It just goes on defense. I don't use it in fleet. It's just a good ship, so I'm happy to have it. I've been using Leviathan, and we did just get the new Leviathan changes today. I was still able to climb to first every day. I'm not having any issues with that. My shard still has some players that don't have their tie dagger starting. So since I got first, I'm actually leaving my Sith fighter here so that my shard can have an easier climb, and they're not going to have to deal with that RNG of a coin flip. And I'm hoping to do that to see if my shard follows suit, and kind of once they finish their climb, they'll put Sith Assassin out there, and that makes an easier climb for everyone. So that's what I'm hoping. I'll probably mention it in my fleet shard and see if other people will follow suit, but at least if we have to go with that Arnold counter of using the Mark 6 in the starting, that should be easy, because then we can just go straight for tie dagger and pretty much kill him, and then that's like a win-win anyways. As long as people don't leave this version out with tie dagger with the bomber out there, that's kind of like an FU defense for Fleet Arena, because if you lose the coin flip, it's really hard to win. So we'll see how it goes, but my shard is semi-competitive. There's a lot of Leviathans. There's some lower star ones. There's some executors. I this month I did get pushed to number 25, believe it or not. It kind of pissed me off. So, but I was able to climb to first that day anyways. So hopefully that doesn't happen again with this fleet meta, because I can lose the mirrors now, which I'm not too happy for. Like the new changes for that. All right, so what am I planning to do for the future? I'm planning on getting Bo-Katan is my immediate farm right now. So I finished Zepho pretty much. I am going to still get the Zetas on Seer. I'm going to get the Zeta, the last Zeta on Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. I don't know about Zori. I'll put that on the back burner here. I'm going to unlock Bo-Katan Mandalore just to help with Mandalore, and unlock that to make it a little more reliable for my guild, even though they've been knocking it out and doing a great job. And then for the Imperial Assault Battle, after I get Bo-Katan Mandalore, I'm hoping by that time I'll have this Imperial Assault Battle up and running. I do only need 100 and some 60 some shards, and that should, if I'm refreshing it twice a day, which I am now for all 3 of these, that should take me roughly like 52-ish days to finish. And then I'll go finish these to R7 immediately, and then go immediately into that GL Ahsoka farm is what I'm thinking I'll do. So I'm looking forward to that, like getting Bo-Katan Mandalore and then getting this assault battle up and running. I honestly, if I could, I would go all in on this assault battle, but they're already at the 5-star level. I think they could probably beat it. We'll see. And then I just don't have the crystals and the energy to be like triple refreshing three nodes, because then I have to go into like 100 refreshes, plus that's like 50 crystals each, which is like 250 350 crystals a day, which is pretty expensive. So I think double farming 50 some days allows me to finish my Bo-Katan farm and then go into Imperial Assault Battle. If I finish Bo-Katan, which I probably will, before I finish this Imperial Assault Battle one, then I'll start doing the other requirements for GL Ahsoka, like gas and whatever else, like bringing higher relics for my snips and my cat. So we'll see overall what happens with that, but I'll just play it by ear. I generally don't recommend, and I don't do it myself. I don't like count out days and try to like super maximize my farming pathway by time, because I think it just creates unnecessary drama. So I'm just going to continue doing what I need to do for that. All right, so what am I going to do next as far as Grand Arena? So Grand Arena, has been a menace. I'm in Kyber 2, barely holding off. I think I went like 5-4 or 6-3 or something, but it is really, really hard to continue doing that. I did make a few videos this month about like the people's frustrations with Grand Arena, and my account is developing, I think, faster than the average person, and that's great, but I'm still mismatched, and I am struggling to play against these accounts with that have everything. And honestly, the deciding factor now is, are they a good player? And if they are an excellent player, they have excellent datacrons, they know what they're doing, then they're going to beat me. If they aren't and they're inefficient, then I will beat them through efficiency. And that's pretty much it. It's no longer what do they have in their account. At this point, it's the player themselves. What is their strategy and how well are they on offense? Do they know what they're doing? And if they do, I'll lose. If they don't, I'll win. And I'm kind of fine with that. So it's keeping me in Kyber 2. I don't know how long I'll hold off. Maybe I'll get some like new stuff and that'll safely push me into Kyber 2, or maybe I'll get pushed down to Kyber 3 and that's fine as well. It's honestly not that big of a deal for me. It's kind of, I'm just gonna do the best I can. All right, so mods. So my mods this month, I'm pretty happy with what I was able to do. I built out my Leia, so farmed this pretty much from scratch, got her up and running. She's only relic 7, so 140k health, 196 speed on her, so a really good set on her. I was able to finish my Drogon mods. I got him to 311. I don't have the crit chance mods to put on him, so I had to use health, which was fine. It's not that big of a deal, but overall, like, okay damage, good speed. I'm really happy with where my Drogon is. I was also able to get my R2D2 mods up all the way. I did not like mess with this at all. I don't have that much slicing material or care enough to kind of like get this up and running either, but I was able to get him to at least 300 speed. I have him modded for health and offense, so he has decent special damage, decent speed, and decent health as well. So pretty happy with my RT-D2 mods. I did get Baze and Mon Mothma. I didn't mess with their mods. They're still kind of modded really crappy and slow. I did get Jedi Knight Cal Kestis's mods up and running. I am going to have to like 6-dot this one whenever I can, but the rest of them are pretty good. I got this 26, a 25 here. This crit damage I stole from someone else. This one I made, and then this one is okay as well. Like this one I stole from Wampa, like 5% offense, decent speed, some survivability. But overall, like pretty happy with these. Hopefully, if this hits well, maybe he'll be like 290-ish speed. And then if I can get like a plus 25 crit damage mod, then maybe he'll be over 300. But I think 280s, 284 is probably fine for him as well. I completely changed his mods for the TB anyways, so not that big of a deal. All right, so that's pretty much what I did with mods. I do have Kelleran's Bex mods up and running, and I just have to 6-dot him, but he doesn't need, like, protection primaries aren't that big of a deal. His speeds are decent though. But overall, that's pretty much what my account was. It was a huge month getting Punishing One, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, Leia, having them fully up and running in 3 weeks. That's a big deal for me. I'm hoping by next month maybe I can finish this Bo-Katan, and then I'll be all into the Imperial Assault battle by December, and GL Ahsoka by December. I don't think I'll get her at unlock because I'm not going to wail out on her requirements that are going to be released shortly. And then I don't plan on farming Balin's Skull for a little while until all his requirements are pretty much are able to be shard farmed free to play, and then I'll farm those and slot that into here shortly once I figure out where I'm gonna be and once I have the shards ready for that farm anyways. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys were able to do. Was it a big month for you? I know there's a lot of frustrations lately with Grand Arena, with Fleet Arena. I'm frustrated with fleets as well. I feel like they're shaking up the meta so that they can give us a solution that we can buy. So I think they're taking away all our off meta counters, they're making the mirrors miserable, and then they're going to sell us the solution, which will probably be like that 2025 fleet. So probably what I think is going to happen, but who knows. Maybe it's just the cynic in me. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, and then if you guys can, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.